Greed has our society in a chokehold. I'm talking full Nelson. I'm talking gasping for air. I'm talking about not able to even tap out. When I started writing the outline for this video, I realized that there is so much source material. There is so many places that exemplify greed. Greed isn't just billionaires or corporations, even though they do make up a large percentage of and greed we see that's super recognizable. It's also everywhere and in all of us. This is day 6 of 7 deadly sins in 7 days, man. If you guys been keeping up with the series, make sure to like and subscribe. And if you haven't seen the other episodes, yeah, you missing out. Go ahead and watch those after this video. We covered envy, lust, gluttony, sloth, and I forget the other one, but they're tough. Go watch them. But greed might be the most normalized sin. We see it in everything. But let's define it real quick. So I would define it as an intense and selfish desire for something, especially wealth or power. It's not just about money. The real issue is never being satisfied, never being content, never seeing a number in your bank account being like, all right, you know what I mean? That's cool. I'm happy. Or never seeing a amount of food on your plate and being like, I don't need no more. You know what I'm saying? I used to think greed was a rich people problem, and I mean, you feel me? In some very multitude of ways, I still do think that's the case. But after reading into the definition, I realized that I'm definitely guilty of it too. Let me tell you a quick story. So, boom, way back when, like peak COVID times, this is when everyone was scrambling for the basic essentials, thinking that the whole world was going in. And so I'm at Costco, right? And I'm talking about they were rationing the toilet paper. Like it was bad. Like it was bad. So, but before I went to Costco, I was at Walmart, right? And people were running around the store like crazy maniacs trying to get to the toilet paper. And you know what I'm saying? I'm over here seeing all these other people running, and I'm not gonna lie. I start running, pushing, shoving, whatever I needed to do to get to the TP. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to wipe my cheeks, and you feel me? But now that I look back upon it, I'm like, man, other people need to get right too. You know what I'm saying? But I was so obsessed with hoarding as much as I could because of the perceived stress of the situation that I wasn't worried about nobody else. And I was grabbing way more than I needed. Fear reveals greed. Fear really does show what someone's true colors is. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing breaks until you start applying some pressure. Well, I mean, some things be breaking, I can't lie. Some things definitely do be break without pressure, but pressure definitely does amplify what is inside of a lot of people. Another example. So when I used to play Fortnite, man, I used to go crazy, but I would have, let's say I'm running duos or squads, I would have 999 mats, unlimited ammo, all in my pockets. I was rich. 4 minis, 3 big pots, anything. You know what I'm saying? And my teammate, yo, doctor, can I get a heal? You feel me? I'd be like, sorry, gang, I ain't got nothing for you. Yo, you got any mats? Nah, gang, I barely got enough for myself. I'm just straight up lying because I was so I was so I was so locked in on me having enough mats, ammo, and heals that I wasn't even willing to give some to my own teammates. And that's low key kind of crazy. And this is, by the way, this is Fortnite, a game. This one, there was no money on the line. There was nothing was on the line. But that was still revealing my nature. You know what I'm saying? Let me cut myself some slack. Corporations be posting record profits, but they be quick to cut a job. You can barely even flip burgers these days. The CEO be making $100 million record. The stockholders are all jumping in their chairs in the boardroom. and they still cutting jobs. They like, yeah, this money's great. I'm so glad I made three, 4, $5 million this year, and my stock is up 73%. Let's go take somebody's job away, bro. Like these type of things, I can never even fathom because the sheer greed in it is just so in your face. But the craziest part is that a lot of people who would frown upon it if they were in that same situation would be on the same timing. Other than that, houses. Let's get into the housing market, man. Houses are supposed to be somewhere for me to live, for you and I to lay our heads. We got people with, oh yeah, I got 40 properties. Gang, I can't afford a house. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no reason that this should even be possible. Like, you shouldn't be able to have 30, 40 homes, and there's people who are homeless, people who work full time and can't afford living because mm, a group of individuals want to have 50 homes and drive up the prices and all type of stuff. This is getting out of hand. This is just pure greed. And everything is becoming monetized. Like, there's nowhere I can just go and chill and not spend no money. Everything that can be monetized and someone can charge for it, they found a way to do so. I used to be able to go to Blockbuster, purchase a movie, watch the movie, and return it. Now I gotta get 4 or 5 different subscriptions just to watch the 4 or 5 different shows that I like. I used to be able to buy a finished game. And there was no, oh, the expansion pack this. Oh, you have to unlock this through this paywall. It was no, oh, you gotta buy this gun and it gives you a faster TTK. No, it was none of that. Things were completed when they came out. And now it's subscriptions, monthly type of ordeals, pay to win, all type of stuff. And what's driving it is greed. And okay, another example, boom. So if you play Clash Royale, you would know that Clash Royale had a super recent surge of popularity due to like streamers like Jinxie or whatever the case may be, bringing the game back to life. And I had started playing it too. I was like, yo, you know what I mean? Haven't played this game in a little minute. So you know what I mean? So I hop on Clash, and I'm just getting slammed, slam every game. I'm like, geez, cuz. And I'm over here looking at the opposition, and they always level 15. My car is level 14. They level 15 and 16. So there's like nothing I can do because the interactions are just completely unfair. And I'm like, there is no way the people are asking for, hey, can you put more cards in the game? Hey, can you do more evolutions? They's like, nah, let's do some champions that you have to purchase. Let's make level 16 that you have to buy your way into. And these kind of things are getting completely out of hand. And we've built an entire culture around wanting more. And trust me, there's nothing wrong with being motivated and getting after things and things of that nature. But I would also think that social media really amplified this whole hustle culture and blew it out of proportion into just straight greed. Like, people are literally doing anything for followers, anything for views, anything for likes. Like the way to go viral is really simple if you think about it. You just got to do something egregious. You just got to destroy your digital footprint and then you'll attain followers, likes and views. And people are willing to trade their self-respect, their dignity. People are willing to sell their soul because they're so greedy for money. And it's just crazy to see that that's the type of time we live in. I think greed just destroys contentment. Greed destroys gratitude. And greed destroys relationships. Cause people really be willing to slime you out for for $50. And the scary thing about greed is that it's not even satisfied in the role it plays in your life. Greed gets bigger the more you feed it. The more greedy you are, the more greedy you become. The bigger it gets. The real question isn't whether or not greed exists in our society. The question is, where does it exist in us? How does it pertain to us? Because all we can do is really control what we can control. Because wanting things isn't bad at all. Ambition isn't bad at all. Greed is nothing is ever enough. And that's when it becomes a problem. Maybe the more dangerous thing about greed is how normal it feels. Because once we become out of tune with how smooth that we have it in the United States, if you live in the US or any first world country, I don't gotta walk no miles to get water. I got a comfortable bed. You know what I mean? I got a roof over my head. Like things are sweet. And once you take that moment to just be grounded, be grateful, and realize and count your blessings. Like people be counting sheep to go to sleep. How about you count your blessings? And once you start doing that, greed loosens its grip. Now, human nature, like you're always gonna want something more. But we can be more conscientious in how we appreciate what we have. If this message has resonated with you, go ahead, like and subscribe. Please share the video with your greedy homie. Yeah, make sure he gets right. This is E. Come back tomorrow as we close out our series, man. I'm excited. Signing out. Be smooth, y'all.